All right. Hey, hey. And please like and subscribe. And you can always unsubscribe and unlike later if you don't like what you see, but I think you will. And please, if you want to see more MHayashi, don't forget to like and subscribe. To quote Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, okay, look, I have already trophied with the mid-range and the budget version. I like, the various different cards this deck can play, but I want a trophy with the Obosh build now. Now, previously, I was playing Blood Moons, and I'm sure you're all thinking, Blood Moon is like such a great card. I don't know, man. Like somehow I'm just not feeling it. Like, sometimes you can win the game before they can get out of it, but there's just never been a time in Modern War where people are packing and just abundant, including if they're playing green, they could play Force of Vigor, and even if they have 0 green sources, they can remove Blood Moon on your turn by pitching a green card. Yeah, definitely. I think Blood Moon's heyday. It's seen better. It's seen better days. Um, that being said, what I want to experiment a little bit is using Pithing Needle as a well, two things actually. First of all, you might be noticing Ragavan in the sideboard. That's really just because, like, believe it or not, I'm finding that the Rakdos scam matchup, like, I would say I probably won like the last 4 or so. Well, yeah, I think the last 5 games. I think I won like the last 4, maybe 5, but I lost 1, I think. And I mean, I was playing the Ragavan version when it gets sniped by what's it called Orcish Bowmasters. It feels really bad. That's one way they can beat us is just is like sometimes if Bowmaster just lines up against Ragavan super well, it can be kind of an outvalue situation. I mean, sure, we can bone crush their Ragavan, but I just think Bowmaster just kind of answers it much better in many ways. Um, but that's also one reason why I'm playing Bonecrusher is just we basically have no weaknesses now in the main deck, and we also have some more damage prevention against the One Ring. We're just sort of extra, you know, extra like mid-range grindy. But in the matchups where Ragavan is good, it's still really good, like Tron and other decks. So like we still have access to it, but I've done this before, and I am fairly confident that Ragavan in the sideboard is probably the way to go. Um, I know it's given us some good results, but it's also fallen very short, and I just hate it when it loses me games where I otherwise feel like I should clearly win. I just feel like the main deck, I just want to basically be able to outmuscle, outgrind just about any other mid-range deck, and Ragavan does not necessarily help in that regard, but it does help race in the matchups where we definitely need a race. No other card can help speed us up like Ragavan can, so there it is. The other thing I noticed is we have a slight weakness to Chalice of the Void, um, because Haywire Might is only a good answer to Chalice if we play it before Chalice. Unlike Black, we can't, like Black has Inscription of Ruin, so we can play a Haywire Might through a Chalice of the Void and then Inscription, return it to the battlefield, so it won't get cast. We don't have that luxury with Mono Red, so we kind of just don't have a way to actually deal with Chalice, period. And that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. But I do really I do really, if I'm not playing any Moon effects, which I'm just not convinced that, I think they're, like I said, their heyday is behind them. But I really like Geomancer's Gambit. It doesn't conflict with Obosh. It gives me something else to ramp into with Ragavan, and it complements the 8 fields very well. This quickly turns into just destroy target land, draw a card. Obviously, it's not good in every matchup, but in the matchups where we need to start like strip mining them, it really turbocharges that. And yeah, it really turbocharges. And I think I want to have access to this. I'm benching the moon effects for now, but and I think honestly I can get away with playing just 2 Shattering Sprees, and I think this can solve most of my Chalice problems. Um, I like Shattering Spree, like if I only get to play this as a 2-of for two reasons. Number one, um, I mean, yeah, number one, like it can get through counter spells, and I'm not guaranteed to draw more than one. So if I draw this, I really want to make it count. I don't want it to get, I don't want it to get countered, and then that just be that. I can pump a lot of mana into this, and then hopefully overload their counters. And for the same reason, also, if I'm facing an artifact deck like Affinity, and I'm only playing a 2-of artifact hate spell, I really want this to count. So even though I won't get to see a lot of copies of this card, I hopefully when I do see it, it will be able to do an enormous amount of work. At least that's the hope. That means though, without access to, and I'm not gonna put any force in the main deck. I'm just not. Here's what we want to do. We want to try to play Pithing Needle as our ring hate. I already was experimenting with this a little bit with Haywire Might, but I just never ran into ring decks. I'm just gonna run this through and see if Pithing Needle can deal with the One Ring good enough. So hear me out. I know it might seem like the reason why I don't necessarily favor this in most of the decks that I have is just that if the opponent deals with this, like with a Leyline Binding or something, it just unlocks the ring. But exiling the ring altogether kind of deals with it more or less permanently. But here's the thing, it actually doesn't. Haywire Might doesn't actually deal with the ring permanently, because Karn, the Great Creator, can wish for the ring out of exile. Now, fair enough, usually they have an extra copy on the sideboard anyway, but like over the course of a game, even if we draw more Haywire Mights than there are rings, since they have eight Karns, like a lot of times they're going to be able to kind of outring us. Now granted, they could use Karn to uptick on this too, but what Needle does though is it enables me, for one thing, it could name Karn and prevent that ability, and there are some decks like Coffers which basically rely on Karn pretty much to deal with this. So if we could ideally name Karn then name One Ring, I think most like Coffers decks pretty much don't play answers to this. They could easily play like Blast Zone or something, but typically they don't for whatever reason. Look, either way, man, here's what I'm thinking. Neither Haywire Might nor Pithing Needle are perfect answers, but I actually saw a YouTube video where I forget who it was. Somebody, one of the pros or just YouTube personalities, needled a ring that had, I think, one counter on it, and the opponent lost one life for the whole rest of the game. That could be pretty powerful. And against Omnath specifically, I find that I don't feel like I necessarily need this to win. Or sometimes I feel like I can win through the One Ring anyway. We just gotta remember to keep in the spheres, the stones, because once they refilled their library with endurance, and that became a big problem. But anyway, look, I mean, we might just end up going back to the old Haywire Might at the end of the day. But plus, Pithing Needle also gives me a better ability to fight Planeswalkers and certain other effects like Belcher, if that ever makes a comeback. Anyway, no card is perfect, but I think that I think we may be onto something. Yeah, let's see how it goes, and yeah, let's see how the games go. Other than that, it's pretty much, yeah. All right, let's go get to the games. Okay, excuse me for starting this a little bit late, but just to recap, I just realized that there's no reason for me not to record. I'm in a good place where I can record, so yeah, basically what they started off, I think, yeah, we were on the play, I think. No, they were on the play. They griefed Undying Evil, but for some reason they picked my Fable and they picked Flame Slash. They left us with Lightning Bolt, so we untapped and Lightning Bolt the grief. They were on 1 mana. We passed back and forth. I cracked the research desk. I played and cracked it on turn 2 after Lightning Bolting on turn 1. I hit my 3rd land, putting another Lightning Bolt in exile. And I used that 3rd land to play Fable. And I think the opponent pretty pretty much put them in a tough spot, yeah, by not taking Lightning Bolt. They must have misclicked. I'm pretty sure they meant to pick Lightning Bolt instead of Fable. They had to. Oh, either that or their eyes deceived them and they thought I had 3 Unholy Heats. It's probably more likely. Well, this could be either way. Alright, Ragavan on the sideboard. I mean, we haven't really seen that much out of their deck. So I think we might as well run this back. Alrighty. Let's hope we don't get scammed turn 1. Not a lot we can do. Not a lot we can do if so. Okay, so at least I can stop them from scamming from here on out, unless they can deal with the stone, which is possible. Alright. Question, of course, is if I should crack the Mishra. The problem with cracking it is if I get like a Fable or something, I won't be able to play it. Oh man, is this creativity scam? Oh no, that doesn't make sense because they would creativity into grief. Which, I mean, grief is a nice card, just as, oh, it's this deck. Okay, so I think I have to go search for Fury or Flame Slash. This is neither Fury nor Flame Slash. Okay, so I think what I have to do here, Mountain. I think I basically always go after the Mountain. I hate having to take 4. Having to take 4, but I mean, yeah, having to take 4 from the Scion. But I think it's just kind of, maybe the question is, do we crack these things to Lightning Bolt and Heat? I don't know. Just one Stubborn Denial and I'm so out of luck. I think I'm going to play the Fable. Another Heat sounds good, but I should have taken the Heat, I think. This die. I knew they had a Stubborn because they're just not playing anything, so they had to have something. Three types, very close, but just not there yet. Oh my god. I think we have to Demolition Field. And do we play another Fable or do we play a Seasoned Pyromancer? You know, we could also Lightning Bolt Unholy Heat, but I'm pretty sure they've got another. Pretty sure they got another Stubborn Denial. Yeah. Believe it or not, we actually want to bait that out. Oh, they only have one forest. I think I'm Fella's probably here. They've got enough burn, okay. Let's do this. Not sure what this is all about. Oof. Preparing for something big. I'm gonna go after my stone. I think that's okay. Hope I'm not missing something. Alright, so I don't think they actually play that much black. So I'm gonna be risking if they draw another blue source. But I think it's worth it to try to hold up Lightning Bolt for Ragavan. That could be like completely. Let's see, enchantment, artifact, land. Yes, we have to do this. And then we should have 4 types. Hopefully they don't have some. Oh, what is this? Okay, not gonna lie, I was not expecting that one. If I would have known about that, I would have probably prioritized the black mana. Especially since now it's a 5/5. Well, better lucky than good, I guess. I mean, straight up. Straight up better lucky than good. Like, holy moly. They had me. They had me dead to rights, and I just ripped the only card. That could have saved me. That's nuts. It's insane. I was not expecting that. It's luck sack time today. Let's see. Seven. Maybe I just want to hold up for dashing Ragas. I guess I will. Dashing Ragas like the only thing I think I'm worried about. Oh my god. Alright. Match 2 are up against Raptor Nachos. I think we've played them before. Yeah, we'll keep. We got the old research desk, which we can use to hit our land drops. And as long as Scam is going to be so common, I think this is a reasonable deck choice here. Yeah, this dodges a lot. Dodges Fatal Push. Dodges, This is definitely more risky play though, because if we were playing like mono white, we could play Solitude, for example. However, we're mono red and we can play Flame Slash. But they didn't know we were like a combo deck or something. It's Ragadash, okay. Okay, I mean, do they want to use a treasure token though, which could be vital for them hitting their land drops? No, gotta wait till your main step. That's fine. I mean, it is a card, but I'm not 100% sure this is where they want to be though. Alright, well, they have Gonads of Steel. Too bad they can't play it. They could have played it if they had a land drop here and if they hadn't played the stone. So I think I'm just going to play Seasoned Pyromancer. Because I'm not sure what this would reveal. So this still goes to the graveyard regardless of what happens. I think I'm going to hold on to Fury. Fury is a very important mirror-breaking card in this matchup, in my experience. Now, they could have a Fury of their own, but if they can't scam it, they do go down card advantage. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, Bolt. Bolt's a good one. So do we want to hit the Black Cleave? Not sure. Alright. Well, Fury next turn is going to be absolutely scrumptious. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Sometimes they don't play red mana. Yeah, no red mana. This is good. Alright, so since they let us untap, we're going to play out the stone first. Yeah. Because this way they can't undying it. We'll take this race, I think. Right, that's fine. Good reason not to play Mishra's Research Desk. They can actually respond to the Unearth. I think we'll tank one because depending on what they play, Fury might be a better play next turn than Bonecrusher. And I'm definitely looking like it's Bonecrusher. Full hand, and I can put Obosh to hand. Right, well, that's good too. Probably Cycle Stone. think I'll let this thing die. Because I think I'm actually just gonna Fury. It seems like overkill, but I think the bigger worry is just this rotting in my hand and eventually getting like Thoughtseized or griefed or something. And this way we got some value out of it while presenting a 6/6 clock. I feel good about this. Alrighty. I'm gonna flash back the tokens, I think. Okay, that's a chump. That's a chump block. Alrighty. And look at how much dividend hitting their red sources did for us. Ironically, the Blood Moon deck got, yeah, they see it. I'm just going to attack. I'm super worried. The Sport State. Obosh to hand. We always know they know about Obosh, and we can pretty much put the companion screen away. The revealed card screen. Alrighty. And we are main decked. An argument could be made to play Geomancer's Gambit, but that is iffy under a Bowmasters. It's much better when they have one mountain, so we can keep them entirely off of red. There's kind of nothing to cut here either. Alright. Well, we could get scammed on turn one, but the good news, one of the reasons why I think we tend to have a favorable scam matchup is just that we have so many you know, good removal spells and ways to draw into them. Alrighty. I'm surprised I didn't take Bonecrusher. Bonecrusher is a little bit more efficient. But I guess with so many lands. Alrighty. Alright, that's fine. I'll hold up for a Ragavan. Or maybe I do need to kit this thing. Yeah. Because I don't want to play Seasoned Pyromancer next turn anyway. The only reason I want to do this now is to play around an Undying effect. But playing around Ragavan, I think, is slightly better. I'll probably play Bonecrusher next turn. Unless they play a Fable, in which case I'll probably Field of Ruin and then Flame Slash the token. Ooh, scamming me later in the game. I assume this is a scam. Yep. Well, I couldn't have prevented that with just Stomp. Lightning Bolt. Man, it's good, but the best part is getting other creatures out of the deal, which we won't. This could be a mistake, but I'm gonna play Crushy. I don't know if they can play Fable. I could have stopped it. Okay. Let's hit this thing right now. Alright, now we don't give them a better use of their female, so we let them draw another card. Okay, so we can do this now then. They don't have another undying effect. Okay, good. I'm worried about another fatal push, so let's just flash back the Seasoned Pyro tokens. And that's a much better Field of Ruin target. We block with both. If they have a Bowmaster, they have to target this, otherwise they can just target us. And it's the same thing, I guess. Okay. I really hope that that last card in their hand isn't Bowmasters. If it is, I guess we have. Okay, I think they would have played this in response. Okay. Not gonna attack just yet. I probably should have, but it was more of a fatal push into Dash Ragavan. I really don't want them to escape from their red mana woes. Why are they discarding lands in this situation? Ooh, that's why. Alrighty. I think we have to respect Ragavan at least a little bit. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's Blast Zone. Up to 4. This is also a good blocker for Shielded. Let's go. I probably need to take that damage. I guess worst case scenario, we could put Obosh to hand. Okay. Ready. Grief. Oh, another shield red. Okay, well, Obosh by my side. So the better attack is actually just Seasoned Pyromancer. More than fine. More than fine to take that trade. I guess they didn't want to die to double bolt. A little surprised by the block, but they gotta fear it at 6. Fear it being at 6, I mean. I did use 2 lightning bolts though, so. But nobody wants to die to the last 2 lightning bolts, okay. Okie dokie. Obosh, I choose you. Decent hand, I choose you. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll play this. The only way we get punished for this is if they're playing Burn, but if they're playing Scam, we really want this out. And I think there's way more Scam in the meta right now than there is Burn. Okay, it's not Scam, but it is colors that can do scammy things. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Did we just crack Stone now to play around Bowmasters? I don't think so. They might be a Murktide deck. In which case we definitely want to hold on. Plus they might be a Scam deck. If they play Bowmaster, we're stomping so hard. Yeah, I'm getting Murktide vibes here for sure. So if they just play untapped land, they could play Murktide Go. But I think I'm going to take that risk. And we'll wait one more turn. That's fine. That's this deck. Oh. I don't think they usually play Death Shadow, do they? Cards into piles. Now, I don't know really which one is better for them. I just don't want them to have 2 Death Shadows. I'm gonna get overwhelmed. Okay, so they took the swamp one, okay. Alright, I'm going to do the straw card now. I wanted to maximize the number of cards in the graveyard to hit. they just keep going. More preordaining? Okay. I mean, they know we have answers. I guess we have to start off doing this because we don't want to just keep holding this up. Plus, the Unholy Heat actually gets better later on. Is it force negation? Yeah, we'll just pitch a. We do not want to die to the shadow. Preordain into another Murktide. Oh no, they have a lot of. And we exile a lot of cards in their graveyard too. Ouch. Oh, no Murktide yet. I assume they would have played it. They had it. But maybe we don't want to just assume things. Assuming things can be kind of rude. We're going to pump this up. It's only a matter of time. They're not too hot on their own Bowmasters. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, this is going to be mega huge. We'll play more on Bowmasters. Then we're going to consider. They have so many cards in their hand. They have 2 fewer lands than me. I don't know if they need that many lands though. Ouch. It's a creature, artifact, instant land. But I got punished by this. Triple Street Wraith. Double Street Wraith. Okay. One more pump. And we're good to deal with him, Murktide. I'm going to take another hit from the Bowmaster. From the Bowmast. What I am worried about is clearly Murktide. There it is. Hopefully they can't deal with the Blast Zone, because I've spent a long time pumping this up, and it is going to be at 7. Okay, that's 6, 7. So, 2, 3. Is there any reason? I mean, I have to do this, so there's no point in being clever about it. Okay, so they're actually a Delver deck. Alright, well they know about all our Furies. But I still feel like we lose this game by not respecting card advantage. Just in case. Hopefully we should play that first. Alright. I'm playing another Murktide. Death Shadow Delver. Oh, that's another Murktide. The pause. Well, if we draw another red card to pitch. I'm sure they got a counterspell for this though. Well, we can't, do we play Fury? Or play Obosh? If we play Obosh, we take 5. We could just die in the air to Delver. And this is assuming that they even let this resolve, whatever they let resolve. I doubt they will. Well, I'm sure the only reason they let that resolve. Maybe. So maybe what we need to do is draw the Flame Slash, Lightning Bolt, Unholy Heat. Not a Fury though. Fury's not going to do it. Well, there's the Unholy Heat. Let's see if... I guess we technically play our own double Spellpierce this way. It's a sorcery creature land artifact. Concede. I got a feeling they got subtlety in their hand, but if they do, there's nothing I can do anyway. I mean, like, because they just played it in the turn, they know I've got Obosh in my hand. All I did was play around double Spellpierce. Alright, and tragically, I can't attack with 12 power. Actually, I guess I can technically, because they have to block, right? Hope I'm not missing something. This is technically lethal. Oh, yep, GG. Brazen Borrower. Somehow didn't draw any of my card advantage engines. I have no idea how good any of the yeah, I just think we just got the raw end of the stick on this one. I really hope they're not secretly a ring deck and we just didn't see the ring. Because I don't know what to take out anyway. So our 2-0 streak is broken. Alright, you thought sees me. I think I'm definitely going for Blast Zone. Up to 7 again. And I really hate Bowmasters. Sometimes they're just an instant speed raise the alarm that pings. But that like puts pressure on us though. We don't like being under pressure. I mean they're reducing the life total, but they're a Death Shadow deck, so it's not like that even bothers them that much. Yeah, we'll tank 2 and might as well Blast Zone on 2. Oh yeah, but they played Death Shadow. Yeah, overtaxing my Blast Zones, I see. I think I'm gonna leave up. I'd rather not tank an unnecessary amount of health. Okay, go on. I'm pretty close to Delirium though. Pretty close. But just not quite there yet. Do I just tank a hit? I really don't want to just waste a Fury for no reason. This could get out of range though. I think I have to run that risk. I don't think I win by... Okay, well that's a much better Fury target for next turn. Hopefully it's still at 6. Or a Watery Grave, so at least maybe it only goes to 7. It's a lot of damage, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7. Ouch. Alright. Subtlety would be the worst case scenario here, because it doesn't go to my graveyard. Yeah, there's 0 reason not to play on their upkeep. I just remember I can bolt face. Okay. Hopefully no Fluster Swarm. Okay. actually want them to hit a basic. They hit a fence line, that's GG. Okay. I think this is GG though, because they don't really have Bolt. And then we serve with Bugbear. Whew, this one was really tight. Dang. Whew. Close one. I still think I stand by these cards. I still don't have a good feel for how many or few basics they have. And they're just aggressive enough to make me want all these Flame Slash, Lightning Bolts, and all that. Especially because of Bowmasters. Bowmasters are scary. We're gonna take the risky heap. Just because we really don't want to fall behind against their deck. It's very grindy. Secretly, if they force the Mishra, then we might just auto-lose. If they take it with Thoughtseize, though, it's not as bad. They gotta splash it back. I'm gonna take the Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Alright, I think I don't want to run this Seasoned Pyromancer right into either a Bowmaster or a Counterspell. A Counterspell is okay, but a Bowmaster is not. I'll do that now. If they would have considered another turn. Maybe I can keep them off of black. For this reason, so we're going to play out the Blast Zones. I'm more worried about them having. No, I guess maybe I shouldn't have. No, whatever, it's okay. Oh yeah, right, they have Swampstone in their deck. At least I'm thinning my deck. A 4/4 Murktide, I think this is easy pickings. Alrighty, wait till our turn. put Obosh to hand. We want to play Seasoned Pyromancer with 2 good pitches, and I'm not a big fan of Obosh. Somehow this game's playing out so differently. And all these cards are pretty good. Maybe we just play out the Obosh. No. I think going for the Obosh pitch is quite a bit better. Alright, well. No, we're gonna get owned by us. Bowmaster is so hard if we cast this right here. And another 4 toughness card. Seems good to me. Well, let's actually just do this first. Counterspell, okay. Okay, well, let's see. I don't want to lose this. Hopefully they can't somehow get rid of me. This is a sorcery. I just don't have instant. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think it's a Murktide. Well, it's not that bad. Okay, so what I can do, here's the thing I'm going to do. This is a little dangerous, but I'm going to lightning bolt this. I could block with Fury and try to Unholy Heat to finish off. I don't have red, so they can't, no, I mean this way, they don't have an answer. Okay. Okay, that is fine. Let's just do this. If they counterspell, we'll just pitch a Fury. The upsides here are just super enormous. Or maybe we'll just play another Unholy Heat. Alrighty. Didn't even need to use a Blast Zone yet. That's fine. I think we're just gonna try to wait for our Fury. Because all of these Furies are lethal. Okay. Alrighty. Another Murktide for 3. 3 Murktide. That'll get eaten by my Fury very nicely. Yeah, I think it is. Alright. And I think that's GG. I mean, I could style by attacking with Bugbear, but why? Okie dokie. Nice. Alrighty. Alrighty, match 4. Already off to a good start if it goes to time. Yeah, that was a very interesting deck last match. It looked like a Dimir ring deck, except with Death Shadows and Delver's Secrets, which we only saw in game 2, I believe, and never again somehow. And no rings. Or maybe they just never saw any rings all 3 games, but yeah, what are the odds? Okay, finally. Well, we don't know what we're up against, so we're going to keep. We have enough faith in our deck that, you know, that we can win games 2 and 3 by keeping speculative hands like this. And so far, so good. Alright, is this another... Ooh, it's another scam. That's a little bit concerning, though. We don't have the red mana. I still believe in us. We need to draw both red mana and a kill spell. Once again, I believe in us. Whew, that's not good. This is good, though. I think we have to hit the grief. Actually, I think we have to hit the Dothy. Because the grief is going to go to the graveyard. And the grief's actually more dangerous. Alrighty. I still had to do that, though. That was still the play. How did the grief get exiled? Oh no, it didn't. Okay. Okay, so what I think we have to do, we have to hit this, and then play Mishra, and then hope to hit an answer. Notice how this wouldn't have been as much of an issue if we would have already had a red mana, because then we could have stomped the Dothy, and then Furied the Grief. Come on, no Bowmaster, please, okay. No Grief, please, and definitely no Shield Red, please. Okay. I guess we don't lose much by... So, problem. I don't think there's really a good way out of this. If I draw an untapped red source, I don't know. At least I can hold up against Dashing Ragas this way. But I'm pretty sure I got an Undying Effect. Let's see. I guess I might as well. We're basically within bolt range already, and assuming we deal with the grief. Okay. Let's see. Instant sorcerer. I mean, yeah, I guess. Well, the only way we win this is by killing them before they draw bolt. All right. Another one. Or just bolt, okay. Yeah, we would have had the answers if we hadn't kept a no red land hand. That's the most common way we drop a game against Scam, is we keep a speculative hand. And to be fair, if they didn't have Scam, which they don't always have Scam, I still think, well, I guess Ragavan. We had Fury though. Okay, against Scam specifically, those types of hands we can't keep, but against like Omnath we would have been fine. Maybe even like better, because we don't want to multi much, where you have to keep up with cards. I'm confident enough to win games 2 and 3 that I'm too worried. I'm just happy that we're facing Scam. Too bad we didn't see our Stone of Erech. We weren't even on the play though. This is one of the biggest issues though with like trying to hate out Scam, is that the only true hate is arguably subtlety, but it's not like true hate though, because both of you have to pitch a card. Alright, well, happy scamming this game. this was old scam without not dead after all, notice we also would have lived, possibly even won. Although Bowmaster, man, if it was old scam without not dead after all and without Bowmaster, yeah. There is no denying that scam got powered up. But I'd still like to think in the long run it ends up being better for us because scam is more prevalent in the meta now. Okay. Let's see if they play Bowmaster. I think I'll be fine with them getting another trigger. It doesn't ultimately do that much against us. I might even hit the Orc army. The Orc army is a little more subject to getting out of hand. Okay. I could also Demolition Field. There is certainly an argument for that. You know what? There is an argument for that, and it's an argument that I find persuasive. I think we bought ourselves enough time with stomping the Orc army to be able to. And in case you're wondering why we had to stomp on our turn, it was because another Bowmaster would have blown us out. Okay. Alright, now I think I can Demolition Field and play Bonecrusher. Okay, another Bowmaster. Okay, dokie. Putting them off at red is... Alright, well at least they can't scam it. What we need to do is hit a Fury of our own, and I think we'll be in good shape. Because also no dashing Ragas if we take them off red. I could try to race with our Bowmaster, but if they got Fatal Push, that's pretty not good for us. Okay, how about this? This is a little risky, but it takes some pressure off, and it gives us something to play next turn. Please, no grief. Okay, well that's a grief I can accept. Not so much because they pitched the not dead after all, but because it didn't come down as a creature. Man, so I guess I have to start. All right. If they don't have another Bowmasters, these are two good pitches. Don't mind if I do. These are very obvious pitches. You got to be kidding me. I mean, I guess I don't lose much other than this thing getting exiled. Come on, stomp. Okay, I'll take that too. It's not stomp, but they might have a knock dead after all, though, but we still have a very fast clock, and we had to. Yeah, let's get this out of our hand, so it can't be griefed. I mean, they're attacking for a lot of damage, but we have a lot of damage too, potentially at least. Alright, going to risk it with here. Let's see, sorcery, creature, artifact, land. Yeah, don't mind if I do. They could play research desk, but I think the upside. Kentucky. Okay. Alrighty. And it's generally good not to crack the stone unless we absolutely need to. We did need to there. They put up a good fight. Rakdos scam is definitely moving from the not particularly interesting good matchup to actually being, I think, still a solidly favorable matchup, but it's one that we actually have to play very tight to actually realize, if that makes sense. This is the type of matchup that incorrect play definitely will. And I think I gotta keep. This is the type of hand that could screw me over again, but there's just such a very high likelihood of me getting a worse hand. There's a very real chance of me getting a worse hand. Okay. Alright, well I need to play this out, because if that gets discarded, then that's pretty much game over. Still might be game over if I don't hit a land. Alright, so I might have to Unholy Heat this. That's the one thing that would make me not try to fetch for another land. Alright, that's fine. The problem is if the other land I hit is colorless, then I'm pretty screwed. Maybe this isn't as bad as it seems. I mean, we got all gas here, and we can cast all of these. guess it's a make or break moment for them what they discard, right? Okay, just testing my connection. Yeah. Avoid them getting a token. It's like one fetch land, I guess. Alright, that's fine. Oh, Turok? Oh, ouch. Good thing we got rid of all the Unholy Heats. Man, hot dang. Turok's a good one. Thought it was just grief. We had to lose 2 cards. Yeah, enough of this, man. Golly. Come on, not a land, please. Of course it was a land. Well, okay, well, at least there. Let's see, there could be another land on top. Why would there ever be? That's the nature of Ragavan. I think we... attack. Yep. Okay, finally there's a little pressure off us, so we can finally go boom. Oh my god. This is so frustrating. That one land we needed so badly. Okay, grief, I guess, is pretty good too now. I think I was a little greedy on their part. Come on. Okay, thank God. Please, not an undying effect. At least we don't get hit by that. Okay. Not another Ragavan. Please don't hit another land. Problem is, if they don't hit a land, they could cast whatever they hit. Hopefully it's something that they somehow can't. Oh. Alright, we need a Fury. Come on, Fury. I guess we lost a scam. Probably my fault for keeping that. I don't know. Alright. Match 5. Man, it sucks to lose your 5-0 match. Well, I guess we gotta get past this first, but it will suck if we lost our 5-0 match too. One of our best matchups. It's possible Murktide's a better matchup though, but it's like literally we prey on on scam. The problem, of course, is, you know, That is one reason why Scam is regarded as the best deck. Is because the Scam mechanic. Forget about it, man. My throat doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, I have no idea what this is. It's probably Rhinos. Golly. At least we weren't getting a trophy anyway, most likely. It's kind of really infuriating, though, not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna stop this thing. It's just a better use of my mana. Next turn we can Flame Slash play Bonecrusher. I think Bonecrusher, you know, could help us capitalize on hands that have fewer Rhinos than usual. It does cleanly block a Rhino at least, and it dodges most of their burn spells. Keyword most, because of course they're always going to have the few burn spells that don't get hit. Always. Or they just bust out a Fury. Or they just bust out a, whatever that card's called. Mystical Dispute, full retail. Or even better yet, Subtlety. I guess we'll put it on top. Yeah, that's fine. Fine that we don't draw the Bonecrusher, but maybe it's for the better anyway. I mean, I guess we have to play this, right? Can't Mystical Dispute it. I can pitch a Subtlety. Ooh! Okay. Thought for sure there was a Pit Subtlety coming. Next turn the question is to Seasoned Pyromancer Field of Ruin, or to Seasoned Pyromancer put Obosh to hand. Okay, it kind of depends on if they play a Rhino. They may want to play Unholy Heat to save our Fury. Okay, they're going to double dead. Alright. I think what we want to do, because actually Obosh is kind of hot in this matchup. Yeah, but so is just spamming Seasoned Pyromancers though. Yeah, maybe we spam Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, so they definitely have, you know what? Oh, Flame of Anor. Okay, I thought. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to discard Obosh. Obosh is a good card, but it's just too expensive. So let's see, creature, land, sorcery. So hopefully they play that Bonecrusher so I can get an instant in my graveyard. Alright, there we go. I mean, this is actually going surprisingly well. I don't want to give them access to 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can actually play. We can actually do this and play Fable. That's kind of insane. I don't know how they punish this without red mana. Oh man, we actually won game 1 against Rhinos. That was unexpected to say the least. Man, Stone is good against Murktide, but they usually don't play like a ton of Murktides in their deck, and I think color scoring them is better. Plus, with Lightning Bolt, it's not like we have no ways to intercept that. To intercept a Murktide anyway. Yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if we drop a match to Rakdos Scam? I mean, we did beat another Rakdos Scam earlier on game 2. I mean, match 2, I think. But wouldn't it be crazy if we actually beat Rhinos? I guess that could balance it out and make everything right in the universe. I mean, if the opponent gets to win their bad matchup, so do we, right? There isn't some law in the universe that says you can never win your bad matchup. I don't know about this though. I can't just keep throwing it away. I have to go for the mana screw plan. As gimmicky as it seems. Alrighty. Yeah, let's do this. Maybe I should have put the Fury. Nah. We actually needed a land drop too. Did I miss their land drop? Nope. Okay. Alright, that's fine. That actually means that they have a bit of a slow hand here. I think it's got to be the red mana, believe it or not. Fable is nice, no doubt about it, but we got to hit our land drops, and most importantly, we got to get a solid amount of red mana. Ideally, we want to hard cast Fury by the time these footfalls come down. So I wonder if they just have a really slow hand here. Getting instant in the graveyard is not the worst thing. This way we convert this. They seem to be keeping very marginal hands themselves. Alright, one of these comes down, but I get to hardcast Fury. It's a good thing we hit that. We kept that land. Oh, but if they... Yeah, they could have Subtlety prepared, though. If they just keep 4 mana up, clearly representing Subtlety, I think we pitch instead. Go for the red mana. Okay, there's the Murktide. It's perfectly a 6/6 though. Mark of the Devil. I think I'm worried about yeah, I'm worried about whatchamacallit. Okay. Instant artifact land creature. Mystical Dispute, that's what the kids are calling it. We're trying to play around Mystical Dispute incredibly carefully. One could almost say meticulously. I gotta go Geomancer, I think. But of course, if they have a an return Valiant Outburst, then then all of this is just yeah, they drew it. Flame of Noir. Please be Flame of Noir. Okay. Take it. Okay, that's definitely a Valiant Outburst they finally drew. I just have a hard time dealing with this many Rhino tokens, I think. Come on, what do we do here? Oh yeah, we're definitely cracking this, I'll tell you that much. Lightning Bolt just doesn't do much at all. Kind of need like Flame Slash, or I guess I'll take a Fury as well. And going out of 3. Was I thinking that we could actually beat Rhinos. I'm sure they got another. They drew another Valor Burst. Maybe they could have seen the rest of their deck. I'm actually wondering, maybe we play Ragavan? Huh. Alright, you know what? Change the plan. On the play, we're going to play Ragavan. I hope to juke him. Problem is, if we draw this later, it can be pretty... As we can see, the Lightning Bolt a lot of times is pretty dead too, though. Ragavan has massive upside, though. We are, after all, trying to juke. Dang it, man. Alright, well, this hand is better than nothing. Mountain to the bottom. Alrighty. We might just stomp it in a turn. I really hope they don't ice us. It's gonna slow us down. We're probably gonna want to play a Bonecrusher. Okay, I was actually kind of thinking, well, maybe they'll just suspend a Rhino token. So I think we play Bonecrusher because it's just like the best defense is a good offense. Okay. Okay. They're taking damage. I assume they're taking damage. I mean, they're taking damage one way or the other, whether it's from the breeding pool or from Bonecrusher attacking. That's a good sign. We'll definitely take those. I guess we offer the trade, right? And I think we have to play the other Bonecrusher. I might play Flame of Anor. Okay. What the? Like, revealed their entire library here. Is that all their Crashing Footfalls? We've only got one left. Best defense is a good offense, folks. Let's go for it. Come on, please, no subtlety. Okay. A mutable animate, then Flame of Anor is would be so nasty. That is a little less nasty. Murktide for 4/4. They're really taxing our 4 damage spells though. Oh, wait, 5/5 with the Lorien. Okay. Let's do this here. They seem to not be playing a mountain like they usually do. Yeah, we gotta minimize the amount of damage we take. So I got creature, artifact, land, sorcery, so at least Unholy Heat has Delirium enabled. That's probably just too much, dude. Okay, post-league wrap-up. Oh man. Well, this one was a little disappointing. Especially since like I really wanted to play the Bonecrusher in part 2 specifically, ensure that I wouldn't drop a game against Rakdos. That being said, I don't think it's fair to blame Bonecrusher for that. The reality is I just had some of these really funky hands. Game 1 was my fault, but I didn't know we were up against Scam. You're probably going to continue seeing me keep hands like that and sometimes take losses like we just did there. I think we just have to live with that. Same thing with, I mean, Game 3, I kept the one lander. Yeah, it's just such a difficult call, especially when we've got a research desk. Like hands with 3 lands but only colorless, and hands with 1 red, research desk, and no colorless are close calls because you know, because they're both vulnerable to different things, like the colorless hands getting blitzed by like an early Ragavan or something, and the 1 land hands, like they're just so close, especially if it's 1 red, they're just so close to just drawing what they need. If I didn't have the research desk, it would have been easy mall, but anywho, and Rhinos is what it is. We had some good luck in the first game, but at the end of the day, unless we play like dedicated hate, I just don't think we get there. Anyway, though, like I think some poor luck on our side. I think it's pretty safe to say in all of those matches, I think Geomancer's Gambit was better than a Moon Effect would have been. I think we're pretty much at that point for the most part in Modern anyway. Because think about it, if they play a bunch of basics, then they're pretty much to deal with the moon. The moons are no problem. If they but if they don't play a lot of basics, it's like the moon will get them, but then so will the 8 fields, and the Geomancers. But the difference is if they play a lot of basics, like a lot of times they still end up running out of the basics. I mean, it depends, like how many, like you know what I mean? Like it's hard to explain, but other than just to say that, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if they play very few basics, Blood Moon gets them, but so does the Demolition Fields. But the Demolition Fields just, and the Geomancers, yeah, they do sometimes get them, even when they play enough basics where they can basically play around Blood Moon just fine anyway. That's more or less what I want to say. I'm still not 100% committed to that, and one thing creativity hasn't seen play much, but I think we even, no, it wasn't this league, it was a previous league. We actually went 4-1 in a previous league, but I didn't do live commentary, so probably that's just that. And we ended up beating them actually with Geomancer's Gambit. It would have been much better than a Blood Moon because actually they put a basic plains into their deck, probably out of the sideboard. They could have used that basic plains to play a Leyline Binding for 4, which 4 is affordable, and they would have been able to do it at one point. But with the Geomancer, we actually ended up keeping them more or less at like 3-4 lands for the entire game, and then eventually whittling them down to like 2 and even 1. We never got them to 0. We came pretty close. Yeah, I don't know. Each has their merit. Just for whatever reason, I always happen to be up against opponents that always have a plan for Blood Moon. I don't know why. It's just how it works. My opponents have generally not been as well prepared for whatever reason for the 8-field package. So, oh yeah, and then we gotta give the old shout out to the patrons: Adrian King, Gavin Dunner, Daryl, B-Train 4, Savage O's, Jules Varro, Kevin Roback, Roland Soderman, S. Robertson, HJ CLIU, Sophie Scarab, Erwin Lopez, Stanley Franks, Jeff H., Brian H., Z. Cole Smith, Andrew Watch, and Michael Patton. Thank you all to everybody. See you next time.